do 10.
Okay, bitches. Gunshot.
Powered by Riverside.
Anyways, what's up, man? Got episode 12, The Dirty Dozen here.
It might be our episode 12 too. We're not sure.
It could be. We've lost track.
Oh, even fucking. We're in. I feel like we're in this Chinese USA moon race, dude.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
We're just trying.
More to come up on that, but real quick, I've been, everybody's been fucking just inundated with this Diddy stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm so sick of it. So I was just like doing some research about like who the actual real gangster rappers are, because all of the rappers that I love, they're all homos, dude.
Oh my god.
Every one of them. So I went back and I was like, who's the gayest rapper ever? And then figures out this guy is the toughest guy in the world, dude. You know who the most gangster rapper ever is, dude?
Hammer was a big dog, man. He got respect in the streets. He came from a respected crew. They handled business, him and his brother Lewis and the crew. Without spending any money, Hammer could have told some people to him to up. I know who Hammer was affiliated with, and he wouldn't have to pay. We from Oakland.
We talking about Hammer, but run up on him.
Hammer beat your
I bet he'll beat your mom ass.
Run up on Hammer.
That goddamn MC Hammer, very serious about beef. Oh, you gonna talk about my dancing pants? I see you. And he will whoop out.
And after Redman's interview, I will never disrespect Hammer. His entourage was something like I never seen in my life. Like it was literally
don't hurt him.
More than 100.
That's actually how he.
But it was girls, guys, gangsters, dancers,
everybody.
Kind of clip.
Everybody. I go right on Hammer because they said he is that real, and it was like low.
Dude, blew my mind. Right?
That's so funny.
I loved MC Hammer when I was a kid.
Oh, I got one more little Hammer.
Wait. That would be like if finding Daft Punk. That would be like if you found out Daft Punk was like actually not.
Actually murking people.
Yeah, you're like, what?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Vanilla Ice was a white supremacist.
We come out the back to get in the vans and cars and stuff to go back to the hotel because we was down doing our too legit to quit stuff. We get out there. It's this dude in his wheelchair and about 4 or 5 dudes with him. They're hanging out. I know they Crips because my cousins all Crips in L.A. That's some gangbangers. What they doing out here? Hey, I want to holler at you for a minute, Hammer. Mike already knew who Hammer was because they did the video. We were on the same gang before. So I'm like, what? So basically, he came at Hammer like, hey, man, it's L.A. and everything, man, and things can happen, you know what I'm saying? You need to holler at me, man, you know what I'm saying? Holler at me for protection. I'm saying, protection for what? See, man, I got 12 bodyguards out there. For 5 of them straight killers. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? I don't need no protection. He said, man, ain't stunning. They said, no, for real, though, man. You need to holler at me, man. If you don't, something could happen to you, whatever. He said, what you trying to say? He said, you need to go ahead and, take care of that and everything will be cool. He said, nigga, you trying to start strang on me, nigga? He said, man, you got me. I'm from the town. I'm from the Bay, baby. We don't play like that. So Lewis, Hammer's brother, stepped up and they started cursing and going back and forth. Like, it's a standoff. So his boys, they show their stuff, they heated, whatever. So our people, they drove down. They ready. It's gonna be a killing.
Dude,
too legit.
MC,
Too
for
legit
real.
to quit.
That is the most gangster shit that you could have ever done. I didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
I thought I was just a gay teenager that loved Hammer. Realized,
I thought dancing pants.
I was the most gangster white kid ever, dude.
But that kind of makes sense if you're
man.
Think about how confident in your sexuality and masculinity you have to be to wear like dumbass parachute dancing pants.
Well, Jake,
that's what I'm saying. I'm an alpha. Like me and MC Hammer are like from Cup.
Okay. Jake, speaking of alphas, dude, I know you guys. You know who the Booty Warrior is, don't you, Casey?
Oh yeah, I know the Booty Warrior.
Boondocks, yeah.
No, there's an actual real guy.
I like
it.
That's a real guy.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Now we can do this the easy
show you
way,
the real
or we
guy
can
after
do it
this
the
one.
hard way. The choice is yours.
There's a real guy.
The choice is yours, Chris Hansen.
I see him on Hot Fuzz.
I calls you Chris Hansen.
Yeah, no, this is the real guy right here.
In his prison, booty. Booty was more important than food. Booty, a man's butt. It was more important. I'm sorry. It was more booty having some booty was more important than drinking water, man. I like booty.
You don't.
He searched his soul before he finished answering that question, though. Did you see him? He's
Alaska, and then
he looked down into the depths of himself to find that.
Yeah, I've seen a couple clips of him, and that guy. It's like, man, I can't imagine sharing a prison cell with that guy.
That guy.
He's always down. Oh, dude, he's down for rape all the time.
He's the kind of guy that's like, I'm not just raping you, we're making love.
Oh yeah,
like,
no, that is what white people's nightmares are made out of. Like literally, if you get convicted of like fucking tax fraud, do you know what I mean?
God, just some Jewish guy with glasses.
That's your fucking limbo that you live in for 8 years.
Yeah, what's that guy's name? What's his name?
Oh, I don't know. Shout out, but I don't know, man.
Shout out.
His last name is Warrior, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so look, I'd be remiss if I didn't do a couple of these. I know this is some of my favorite clips. I was doing a bunch of Freaknik, the musical ones. No one knows what those are. These are a lot easier to spot, so.
I am not black, nor do I consider myself to be black. Many people mistake me for being Negro because they don't know that I am currently living with the heartbreak of revitiligo. That's a skin condition that's the opposite of what Michael Jackson's got. Every morning I apply this topical ointment made of bleach and sulfur. I like to think it works. Luckily, I hadn't gotten much darker in the last few years.
Okay.
Ah, here it is. My test results. Can you hear my heart beating? Oh, the white man's science is amazing, ain't it? Oh, no. This can't be. It says I'm 102% African with a 2% margin of error.
That's awesome.
Why, Lord? Why, Lord? Why? Well, I'm black now. So the first thing I did was quit all my jobs. I don't know how I'm supposed to pay the bills. Probably have to start selling crack. Or rapping about selling crack. You know, I might not even have revitiligo. Okay, I'm black. What am I supposed to do now?
I don't know. Did you guys grow up on that? That's the cartoon that I grew up on.
I watched it
I'm lying. I used to watch that shit in college.
Yeah.
I grew up on The Simpsons.
South Park,
I did 6 months of college.
Oh, dude, I saw a sick fucking trailer for a new Clips album, Pusha T and Malice. And it ends with The Simpsons saying, it's Marge Simpson saying, just shoot them all and let God sort them out. That's like the end of the trailer. And I'm like, the fucking clip, like, Pusha T is the coolest, dude.
He is.
Who's that?
Pusha T, really good rapper from Baltimore.
My favorite rapper. Shout out Pusha T, man.
Probably in my top 5 too. Probably the first good rapper I listened to. Like I
think you want to change that after seeing the MC Hammer clips.
Yeah, you better watch out, dude. Well, at least if you go to Oakland, remember to check in, okay? If you ever do it.
Like, Hammer, I'm doing a comedy show later at the Oakland Improv. I just wanted to check in.
Dude, you better check in with the Purple Street Crips or whatever the fuck those.
Yeah, actually, my comedy.
I don't
show
want to disrespect you guys.
I probably should clear that with him.
Clear that with MC Hammer.
I am wearing a little bit of blue here, so.
Yeah.
You know.
MC Hammer was probably the most listened to tape that I've ever had. Like, please, Hammer, don't hurt him. This is gonna sound weird, but when my cat died, for some reason, I wanted God to bring him back, and I said, "I'll never listen to MC Hammer again if you just bring him, you just bring him back." So even as 8-year-old, I knew the power of MC Hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you saw MC Hammer on that fucking Addams Family movie, dude, and you were like, "Oh no!"
God, I loved "Please Hammer, Don't hurt him" because I wasn't allowed.
Don't hit her, Hammer.
You say Hammer, don't hit her
anymore, please. She can't take it.
Look, that's not what we're trying to do here.
I was not allowed to listen to music with parental advisory.
Hammer, don't hit her.
Hammer, please.
Dude, Hammer was a genius because he didn't have a parental advisory sticker on it. That was, who was it that introduced that? Was that Tipper Gore or somebody that introduced the parental advisory stickers?
That's interesting. I don't know.
But my life
they made a great like that was one of the great SNL movies back in the day.
warning.
CB4.
Gotta get food.
You ever see that CB4?
Yeah.
With
I've
Chris
never seen
Rock
CB4.
was the main character in it, but it was
That
like
was,
Chris Rock started his own NWA.
Yeah. Okay, I
Dude,
saw that.
fucking hilarious. But yeah, they did the parental advisory thing, and like the governor's son is like their biggest fan.
I was grounded for a whole summer over a parental advisory sticker.
Really?
Yes,
me too, dude.
Ice-T, OG Original Gangsta.
It's a good album.
My brother told him.
Mine was Wu-Tang Enter the 36 Chambers.
That's like the best album.
My stepmom, but she heard like the the fucking the skit about tormenting and
torture, motherfucker. I'll fucking tie you by your dick, hang you
and
out.
she made it to like the heating up the hanger and sticking it in the butthole, and she's like, "That's it."
Yeah.
And keep feeding you.
Yeah, I'll fucking
feeding
sew
you,
your asshole
feeding
closed
you,
and keep feeding
you.
And feeding you.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
that was like...
She's literally snapped the
I'll
CD
take
right
your
from me.
fucking nuts
I just
out.
came home
Just
from
your
school
nuts
one day,
out.
and she had
Bang
all my
them
CDs
shits
laid
with
out
a
on my
spike
bed and just
fucking
like
that.
popped them in, played whatever she thought was the most offensive part of each one, and then snapped them in front of me. And it really just cemented like all of my favorite songs in my head. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, God.
But did you tell her Wu-Tang is for the children?
That was before Old Dirty had saved that kid. You know what I mean?
Look, they did basic instructions before leaving Earth. I mean, there's their biblical song, right?
Good song.
That was on the Jizza, right? Basic
Liquid Swords
instructions.
is so fucking good.
Best album ever.
All
One of
good
the
songs.
best albums ever. Yeah.
So then I had spent like $30
album,
Yeah.
Only Built for Cuban Links, Method Man's to Cal.
Oh, yeah.
All 4 or 5 of those are like all good, no skips.
And so arguably like the worst album of all the Wu-Tang ones had the coolest poster though, and it was the Bobby Digital, the RZA Bobby Digital.
Oh, he's not. He shouldn't.
Sick ass poster.
He does the beats. He shouldn't rap.
Yeah, he's the producer, but
yeah,
the poster was badass because it was like a Quentin Tarantino poster of rap music.
We got a big black mic up here, man. Big Mike. That's what we're calling it. We got a big mic up here.
Where's Obama at?
Yeah, see it? Big Mike. Big Mike.
It's me, Obama.
How was dinner, fellas?
What up, buddy?
I said, how was dinner?
Dinner was fucking
Cuban
fantastic.
food for the win.
Puerto Rican food.
Hell yeah.
Big, beautiful empanadas.
Puerto Rican me crazy. Jamaican me crazy.
Yeah, shout out to the Puerto Ricans.
All the Puerto Rican rattlesnakes.
What's that?
The tortas.
No tortas?
No tortas. No. Chips, Cuban, and empanadas.
What about some gorditas?
Savor in Northport. Really good restaurant.
Yeah. We were making fun of this guy who does Tony G's delivery because they hang out too much.
Who's that?
Carson Potts. I love the guy, but he's started to become a white version of Tony G. And like Tony G will get up and be like, "Hey, I'm Mexican. You know the deal with the Chico Pico." And then like Carson will get up and do like the white version of that, and you're like,
"Hey,
what the hell?
Hey, I'm white.
Yeah, I like salsa.
Chico's Pitos.
You know your one homie with the chucha."
So chocha. You know what chocha is, right? You know what chocha is, don't you, Levi?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Do you know what
Did
that
you
is?
send it to Colton? I think he might hop on too, if that's cool.
I mean, does he have a... If he already has a link, I can't send him another one.
Okay.
He already has one, you can't send it?
Right,
No,
I'll tell him.
It doesn't let you.
It charges him every time.
Oh, does it?
No, I don't know. I'm just being Jewish.
Levi, yeah, that's what I think of. My mind goes to price on everything.
Oh, yeah.
And it's weird because my wife goes grocery shopping, and I'm like, don't you check the prices on everything? It's just like, no. I just buy the thing. I'm like, I check the prices on everything.
Yeah, I haven't bought eggs in
item.
months because I'm just like, I'm not paying $9.
Every single item, yeah.
No, yeah, I sent him a link before because we did an episode on his phone, right?
You're right, yeah.
Yeah.
I bet he's got the link.
All right. I'll
just gonna have to look for it. But you know how these lazy liberals are, dude. They don't like to look for shit. They don't want to do any legwork, any due diligence.
They don't want to pick up their end of the cap.
Like Colton, his own words were, "I want the taxpayers to pay for my comedy tour."
Yeah.
Is that what he wants? Oh, we're gonna have to rape him for that.
Yeah, dude.
Rape him. Sorry, YouTube.
He's such a BLM BO.
Let's get our sound taken away just 1 minute into this part.
Yeah, we'll have to beep that.
Yeah, just
put a chirp over that. Put like the fire alarm chirp over that. That's what we should start using for bleeps.
Yeah.
Chirp.
Oh, good. We got the 9-year-old approval.
What's your kid's name again?
Yeah.
Levi Jr.?
Jet.
No.
Jet.
Jet the
The
Rock
answer is
Man.
no.
No?
Yeah. His mom has been here.
There he is.
Oh, look at it. Damn.
That's really close, man.
Get even closer.
Yeah. Get right up your nose.
Let's get even closer. Yeah. Yeah, really get in there. I can see a little bit of booger sugar in there.
What is that, fentanyl?
You have a fun night last night?
Is fentanyl vegan?
All right.
I think so.
I think so.
It's cool to me. Cool.
Depends who makes it.
Coming through loud, buddy. Good.
China. That's who makes it
All
all
right.
the time.
What are we doing? We got some theories.
Well, look, especially since Colton's here, and I want to expose him to real communism. Do you guys pay attention? Do you guys know what BRICS is? I mean, it's old. It's like fucking 15 years old.
Brazil, Russia, India, China, and I don't know what this is.
I don't know what it is.
The S is South Africa. It was BRIC to start. Here, look.
Where are you?
We'll do an introduction video right here.
What is BRICS? BRICS, or Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, is a group of 5 leading emerging economies. BRICS emerged in 2001 as BRIC, and was later joined by South Africa in 2010. The group became a formal geopolitical entity from 2009 onwards, with summits and coordination of policies. The BRICS countries account for around 27% of the world's land surface, and approximately 42% of the global population. The grouping is considered a competitor to the G7 bloc, with competing institutions and initiatives in the area.
Okay, so you guys pretty get the gist of that video, right?
Yeah, I get the gist of it.
It's like a large country block.
So it's basically 27% of the land population and 42% of the actual people, the human population. These companies, these countries have like bonded together against the United States is like the main thing that you need to know. There's no U in BRICS, okay?
Whoa.
You know what I mean? So this is like a...
Oh, what about us? I'm fucking Italian.
No, what is it? No you, no us and team? Anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever. No
They're
team
not
us.
like us.
But, there you go.
They know.
But, but so it's just... It's sort of like just a movement that's against like the United States, like you know how we go topple governments and take over
Who's
there.
laying on the floor? Is that a girl?
What?
There's like a hot girl.
No,
Yeah.
She's cute.
Yeah.
Anyways, and so the whole
hit
thing is China is trying to link up with them because they want an easier trade route getting through Europe, which.
To fulfill its goal of flooding the international market with these new products, China has a plan: the New Silk Road. Over the next 40 years, the Chinese will build train tracks, shipping lines and roads going towards Europe, Asia and Africa. The objective is to redesign the political and economic world maps to work in their favor. With $1 trillion investment, the New Silk Road is the most expensive development plan in human history. China will export its capital, its technology, its dreams of prosperity, and above all, its people and their unique
Hold on. Do you see that dude? He was doing a little Nazi march. You see that guy?
unique ways. We're about to embark on a journey to 3 of the key countries along the New Silk Road. First stop, Djibouti in the Horn of Africa. Second stop, Ethiopia. And finally, Gwadar in Pakistan. An investigation into China's new project of world.
Wow. They're just cutting shit up.
That's pretty scary.
Scary?
Am I the only one that is just terrifying?
How is that scary?
Red Dawn.
I'm not that terrified. I believe in U.S. global dominance. So
we got the nukes.
Yeah, Yeah, and China, like, dude, everything China does is a knockoff.
Yeah.
So, like,
okay, that's
the Silk Road.
I would agree with you.
Right.
Until I watched this video right here, which is what put it all together. Because, look, they have to get this money coming from somewhere, okay?
Yeah.
Us.
China may have just discovered the solution for nearly unlimited energy on the moon. What they found were deposits of helium-3. It's been long theorized that an abundance of this known substance existed on the moon, and China's Chang'e 5 moon rover found a small deposit in a lunar regolith. This is an ideal fuel source for nuclear fusion, which could potentially solve the world's energy problems. You need about 66 grams of helium-3 to produce enough energy for all of New York City for an entire day, and 25 tons to power all of the United States for an entire year. Nuclear fusion is still a ways off, but if we find an abundance of helium-3, that will get us at least one step closer.
Whatever the fuck he's playing.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
With no context. Huh?
There's plenty of context here. Okay, yeah. So let me break it down for you, Colton.
Wait. I have a thing about China first. This is real. They are adding land to their overall surface land. They're making artificial islands. They've been putting tons and tons of sand in the ocean for the last 10 years, and they're slowly just getting closer and closer to Japan. Can you think about how scary that is for the Japanese? Just each day, they're like, am I crazy? Or China has not been that fucking close to me. And then one day, they're just like, oh, this is ours now. They just walk up. How scary is that?
Yeah, it's wild. The whole point is...
Colton, did you know about that?
Well, one thing.
Crazy.
Colton,
it's nuts,
do you have TikTok
right?
on your phone?
I'm not really afraid of like one government world.
Oh, you should be.
Why?
Read 1980. Why? Because the government is the last people that you should trust. Like, governments are horrible. Picture a bunch of sociopaths running everything, right? That want to control every aspect of your life, that look to tyrannize you. That's what people that seek control do. Like, you need as little government as possible in your life.
Huh. But then what about, like, the people who need help and stuff?
What about the people that need help? They still get the help, but you don't need a massive government to do that.
Oh, interesting. You'd privatize it?
What's that?
You'd privatize, like, the help stuff?
What worked in 1990 still works now.
The 90s were a cool time to be alive, culturally, at least.
Absolutely. The larger the government gets, the less freedoms that you get.
So anyways,
and eventually they'll control everything.
Just to bring Colton up to speed.
I think the military should be smaller. That's one way I would make the government smaller.
Who's military? Our military?
Yeah, we have way too big of an army. That's one thing.
China's got 1.2 billion people. You always need to be bigger than your biggest enemy.
I also think we need
and
to...
not one motherfucker that's in the army either. That's the other thing. I know a lot of people that used to be in the army. I don't know anyone that's actively in the army.
Let's see. I know who's actively in the army.
I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm just saying, like, I don't think that people being patriotic enough to like take up arms for us is like a big deal like it used to be.
Well, because the wars don't matter. I mean, we haven't fought an important war since World War II. That was the last war that was justified.
But we haven't not fought a war since World War II either. That's the other
That's
thing.
what I'm saying. We can't just be like, this is clearly not our fight. Let's figure out how to get this resolved diplomatically. We just keep fucking going in and doing wars that we don't even make the situation better after.
No.
Yeah.
No, it makes the situation way worse.
Yeah. We all can agree on that, probably.
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys think about the actual moon landing?
Shit, now it's getting
You know
spicy.
what I think. You know exactly what I think, dude. That shit's fake as hell.
I think it happened.
Yeah, I've seen realer fucking plastic boobs. You know, like some of the shit is so bad that it's like even Kubrick had to be like, come on,
okay. Dude. First of all, if Kubrick has any involvement, it's directing the moon landing. But that did happen. The moon landing happened. I don't think it was fake. I also want to hear Colton's take. He's been very quiet.
I think they actually did it, but I also think they made a video of it so that they could broadcast it to the whole world.
That makes sense. How do you record stuff in space?
Well, how do you transmit stuff?
I think they had a pre-recorded.
You think that we actually went there, but what they presented to the country was fake.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think they actually did it, but I also think that they had a pre-recorded.
Let me ask you this: why have we not gone back?
Exactly.
I go all the
Have we
time.
not gone back? We have. We were going back all the time. There was like 17 Apollos or something.
I take my 90
China may have just discovered the solution for nearly unlimited energy on the
Why is this
moon.
playing
What they
again?
found were deposits of helium-3. It's been long theorized that in a
We legitimately don't know what China is doing on the other side of the moon.
No, we don't. Unless we have a constellation of satellites flying around the moon that can see and understand what's going on, we're blind.
I'm getting real upset.
So the twist there is China is there on the moon, on the far side of the moon. We don't know what they're doing because we don't have infrastructure up there to even see what's going on. But we do know they're mining helium-3. If America does not change our strategy and how we're investing in space, we will become victims to others that use space as a way of dominating the energy market, but also the information market. It's back to Sun Tzu and the art of war. Know thy enemy, know thyself. And if you are deceived in your own arrogance and your own dominance of the past, eventually you're going to be a dead man.
Dead man. That's why it's a threat, Colton.
Because they're...
It's the control of the free energy market, man.
And there's free energy coming from the sun every single day. Why aren't we investing in that?
And wind energy.
Because Elon Musk wants to have control.
To harness the energy versus what you get out of the energy isn't viable. That's why.
No,
they're just inflating this like
the solar panels that everyone has on their roofs right now have like 11% efficiency, dude.
So what? They heat my pool. They do good. It's better than nothing.
They're inflating the sphere of China in order to. Oh my god! Whatever. I can't even get a word in. Yeah, like what?
No, I'm saying that like we're not allowed to access the technology of like the solar panels that are actually efficient enough. I mean, that's under like the government fucking whatever, like the God damn it, I'm fucking losing it right here. Like whenever you invent some new technology, you get a fucking patent. So the government has like a thing where they can steal your patent if they feel it's like an infringement on, like national security or whatever. So there's tons of like devices, free energy devices, cars to run on water, just all kinds of shit that the government has taken the technology and been like, oh yeah, that's a national security risk, and then fucking sat on it and abused it, deployed it, and then we're all just sitting here still, spending $300 a month on FPL and
national security risk. AKA their lobbyists got upset about this new technology coming out.
Because it would stop the oil war.
Because it would stop oil.
Yeah. There's
reasons why things are happening. Yeah, like we're not investing in solar. We're not investing in solar because Elon Musk wants to go to space and save humanity. When really we could save humanity by investing in solar and all these other
and wind and hydropower
and wind and go vegan and like there's all these other things we can do.
We could fine. Well, even if you
I love how you mix something in where it's like
get public
okay, let's get more energy, but let's not maximize our energy as a person. Let's just
oil's
vegan.
Oil's
let's
gonna be
maximize
dominant.
Solar stuff.
Oil's going to be dominant.
It's better than being reliant on oil forever. We're burning our planet down.
Coal's going to be the first one getting
Amazon is like 50% the size that it used to be. That's not happening for no reason.
There's more trees that have grown in the northern region than ever before. There's more trees on Earth now than there ever has been before. So they're in the north.
The Amazon rainforest is going to be gone by 2040.
That's true.
I saw for
2040, we'll talk again.
The Amazon fucking rainforest, like the number one source of oxygen, is going to be gone by 2040.
It's in the Tioga right now.
And then we're just going to keep chopping down the trees in Canada, where you're talking about. Like, we're really doing shit wrong. And it all goes down to like people who have money invested in these corporations that fund these destructive activities.
Yeah, and then they support Congress, and then they keep lobbying.
Right, exactly. Yeah. You just follow the money, you'll see it's all corrupt. And there's like, we could be supporting things that aren't corrupt, but
that's pretty much impossible.
For some reason, like we haven't murdered these evil billionaires.
Other ones will take their place. It's a zero-sum game. Like If you have people that rise up and murder people that have all the money, then those people are the ones that have all the money, and then they get murdered by people that don't have the money.
You just do wealth redistribution, and then
you just actually do what you said you were gonna do with the money. Yeah, like instead of doing what the billionaires
always
support it.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
And then destroy the planet.
Power in check.
I mean, we could literally distribute money on an algorithm that's run by an AI, and we wouldn't have to have human bias fuck it up.
We wouldn't have human beings if we did that.
Okay, but there's a lot of options where everyone can have enough, and we don't have to have rich people, and we don't have to have insanely poor people.
Yeah, we don't have to see people on the streets starving.
Look at, the Nordic countries. Look at Israel. People over there, they have enough. They don't have too much. There are some rich people, but it's like, it's not. You have healthcare, you have college paid for, you have equity. It's important.
What's funny? Something's funny.
They're number one on the happiness index, the Norwegian countries. Number
is
one.
Socialism is funny. People not starving is funny.
Like another.
Socialism is terrible.
Another Nordic white.
It always ends up. It always ends up going to communism, and people end up killing each other. And you have that endless cycle.
It works for some countries. Sometimes it goes communist, but there are some countries that make socialism work.
You're right. Like
Norway, Sweden, Denmark.
They're capitalist countries.
No, they have socialist elements.
They're capitalist countries that have socialist elements of them, but they're capitalist countries.
Right, but they're moving towards socialism.
Yeah.
Instead of moving toward fascism, which is where we're moving toward.
What is fascism? Define that for me.
Please do.
Government control of the economy.
Yeah, the government controlling everything, and then it's like just one leader that controls everything. It turns into a dictatorship every time. I don't know. Yeah, like we can say the same thing for capitalism. It always turns into a dictatorship. Like it always turns into the rich owning everything. Yeah, like capitalism and communism. Yeah, it's like
go take an economics class, man. Shut the fuck up in the meantime.
I'm a business major, so I've definitely taken plenty of this.
So everything
that you're saying is insane, dude.
It's an
look it up. They're number 1, 2, and 3 on the happiness index. Why do you think that is? They're all doing really well.
Is it insane? Is it insane to say that 10% of the population can work while 90% of us?
They've got college.
Do nothing.
They have
this is coming from the guy who self-admittedly wants to fund his tour from the taxpayers.
They have ethnic homogeneity.
Literally, dude.
What are you talking about?
Calm down a little bit.
Right. But you can't have multiculturalism and ethnic homogeneity.
That's a different point than whether socialism works on an economic level. But that's interesting.
Socialism doesn't work. Everyone knows that.
I don't know. That's an interesting counter argument.
Right, like that's what you have to. That's what you have.
I don't know. I bet I could come up with a counter example where socialism works, where it's not all one ethnic group.
It's always going to like.
We should go get some chicken.
Yeah.
Let's do some fried chicken, little baby.
Fried chicken is murder.
Suit yourself.
Fried chicken is murder.
That was it. That was a short clip. Keep it going with the clips.
Let's get Hillary Clinton up there. Let's get her body count up there.
I would love if you guys had a conversation with.
That would be a sick YouTube channel. It's like Hillary Clifton.
With my socialist friends who have convinced me away from capitalism. I would love if you guys had a conversation with them because I can't I'm not the best to argue.
You guys should find a plot of land in Utah and then get yourself some pitchforks because I know you guys don't believe in arming yourselves with actual guns.
That's not what we believe. I don't know why you're saying that, but that's not what we believe.
I'd love
you just literally just said that you'd rather be a fucking socialist than participate in this country. I don't know what the fuck you're asking me.
That would be participating. We would just change the country.
Yeah, exactly. This country is land of the free, not fucking Russia. If you want to live in Russia, go to Russia. Why are you trying to change America? This is the land of the free.
And we already
I'm trying to keep America just the way it is, dumbass.
But no, right now it's land of the
fucking guy.
Land of the property owner and rent.
Wait till you own property and you actually have to pay your fucking rent, dude, and then you're gonna change your fucking tune. The point is fine. You want to say whatever you want to say, dude, but you're a goddamn freeloader and you don't know shit about the way the world actually fucking works, dude. So chill the fuck out. All right? I'm telling you, I was you when I was your fucking age, and you grow out of it. Okay? You realize that fucking everything isn't glazed politics and how the fucking I want the world
need
to
to
be,
move on
and
from
fucking there's
politics
other
if it's gonna
forces
go
at
this
work,
way.
dude. So
Yeah.
figure it out. You're not gonna be such a smug
Guys,
little.
not cool. We all
Yeah,
need
exactly,
to go on.
I'm trying to fucking put you on, but you're too much of a fucking asshole to listen to anyone because you think things. But let me tell you, dude, you don't know shit. I don't know shit, and I've been you.
Pull up some Clinton body count clips. Let's do something fun.
Anything funny, anything but this. This is just ridiculous.
Yeah, you guys can enjoy your time.
Eat a dick.
This right here is my fat nigga crypto estate. Welcome to my crib. This place got armed bodyguards, $1 million pit bulls, and fucking kitchen, nigga. Staffed by a personal chef who makes sure this big boy's never hungry. And when I'm not eating, I stay on my grind in the underground crypto command center. This a rug-proof bear market safe haven. Big returns and 100x runners only. But a boss nigga gotta relax too. 100-foot screen with reclining triple XL suede seats and a Dolby Atmos sound system. Now let's take the elevator up to the infinity pool. This here is real fat nigga crypto whale territory. Soak in the success, sip champagne, and let the snow bunnies do their thing. Speaking of snow bunnies, it's time to hit the Diddy freak-off room. No cameras, no evidence, just vibes, velvet, and a strict no phone policy. And before I hit the club tonight, let me show y'all how a fat nigga moves. We got a Rolls-Royce Phantom, a Lamborghini Urus, a Maybach for formal occasion, and a gold-plated golf cart just to flex on the lawn. When it's really time to move, I hop in the chopper and take off. Straight to the next $1 million play. Maybe next time I'll even take you with me to the International Fat Nigga headquarters.
FNC.
Ni hao, niggas. The big boys just landed in China. The big Laoban saw us making moves and flew us in. Treated the big boys to some delicious Sichuan hot pot. Damn, this nigga just became a mukbang influencer.
Babe, I just went viral on Douyin.
Floating through the West Lake, relaxing, soaking in the beauty and culture.
OMG, it's just like Black Myth Wukong.
Look at these handsome Douyin niggas really breaking it down. They're good, but the big boys gonna show them how it's really done. And don't think we forgot the Andes. Got the big boys working on their mind-body connection.
Wow, this is even better than Pilates.
This ain't no lime scooter, nigga. 0 to 60 faster than a McLaren. These niggas got bricks in this bitch. Only the finest 30-year-old Pu'er tea.
Babe, do you think they have oat milk?
The big boy stepped into the mahjong room and walked out with new business partners and a cigarette addiction. Fat assembly lines and even fatter contracts. Locked in mass production for these fat nigga tech GPUs. These niggas really put the N in you know we already thinking about the next business trip. Where should the big boys go next? Drop a comment. Just a pang wang the chi chia. Hey yo, shut the fuck up. It's fat nigga season.
So what do you think? Did Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell off themselves?
No, they were murdered.
I think so too.
Skibbity Toilet took them down.
Okay, but
for the wrestler.
But what do you guys think the reason they were murdered?
I think we all know the reason they were murdered.
Do you think they were participants in the freak-offs?
No. I think that
they covered up Ashton Kutcher's murder?
No, I think that Ashton Kutcher's still alive.
No, I mean he murdered that chick and then testified, and he was like,
Chester and Chris, I don't believe that either one of them killed themselves. I believe that both of them finally realized, like, oh, this is what's going on behind the scenes in the music industry.
Yeah.
And then they were taken out. Like, look.
You don't think any of them were insurance?
When you're 50 and that successful, you don't just off yourself. Especially like Chester, I was sort of on board with.
You can go Prince, Michael Jackson. You can go dude from Gainesville. What's his name? Fucking Free Fall and that motherfucker. What's his name?
Pootie Tang?
No, man.
I don't know him in Gainesville.
Last Dance with Mary Jane, the white guy.
Oh, Tom Petty?
Yeah. But all these dudes were alleged fentanyl overdose dudes, and
I don't believe
they made it past the point where the fact that they just had to live. You know what I mean? They were like at the point of their life where they're like, okay, I can just fucking kick back, and that's when you kill yourself.
Yeah. Lane Staley, I believe Lane Staley overdosed on heroin. I don't buy,
which has got to be Sona. I'm sorry, but like if I have cancer, that's
the way to go out.
You and me
Think
are
about this. Listen to Charlie Murphy and Dave Chappelle's stories about hanging out with Prince, and then like that dude shooting heroin,
just getting low
or doing fentanyl. Like that doesn't match up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe in. I
I mean, playing basketball at 3 a.m. is like more of a crystal meth thing than a fentanyl thing. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe an ecstasy thing.
You're
Especially
just
wearing women's clothing. You know what I mean? Like that's totally
dunking on people in a dress.
Like Dennis Rodman. Remember him? Remember Dennis Rodman? Where the fuck did he go? Did he end up staying in North Korea with Kim Jong Un?
Maybe.
He's actually in a work camp in North Korea.
I mean, I think Dennis Rodman is sort of like it's like your Michael Jackson joke, where you're like, I didn't have to stay at his house, but I didn't get to bang Mila Kunis. But like Dennis Rodman is like, well, I'm sort of a communist and hang out with Kim Jong Un, but I did get to bang Carmen Electra. You know what I mean? Like
he fucked Madonna.
A nice would you rather? You know what I mean?
Carmen Electra.
Yeah, Madonna now is scary as shit, man.
She's a whore.
That's like the stuff of nightmares.
I wouldn't fuck that with your dick.
Yeah, dude.
God.
She just shows you that like
idiots.
The Kabbalah is real, dude.
She's trans at this point.
Yeah, she is.
And she's one of you guys, dude.
She's not one. Do not call us her one. We do not claim her.
No.
Oh, come on, man.
That's the first thing you've said tonight that's offended me, Liam.
Madonna's not
Okay,
Jewish,
fine.
no.
Okay, fine.
No,
Hey,
she's
that's
one of
fair.
you
That's
guys.
fair. I'll take that.
You get Madonna.
You guys take
Yeah,
Madonna.
you take
We don't
Madonna.
fucking
We don't
want
want
her.
Nobody wants Madonna.
We
claim
we
that
should do an updated version of the race draft though. We just have to get You're
Yes.
right. We have to get.
Gotta
we
get
have
the
to
Clips, get
we
Riverside
gotta get.
FMQ.
We got to get T.O., Brian, and Kane on, and then we
Yes.
can do whatever.
Yeah, Tio Pedro will come down. He'll cook, and he'll help us cook up the racial draft.
Hell yeah, dude! I'll
Get
give him
Tio,
access to my
Shawn
kitchen
Michaels.
100%. As long as he cooks with his shirt off. That's the only. He has to cook with the shirt off,
Yeah,
and he has to make bacon.
you gotta get you some
I'll stay from
Rogaine.
this angle, yeah. Gotta get some
No, you
Rogaine.
look fine.
I'm
You look
just bald
fine.
over
Who
here.
needs Rogaine is Joe Rogan. That's probably where they came up with that. He's so bald.
Rogaine.
That was the only joke that I could come up with that wasn't offensive about the Trump on Rogan thing. Because I literally that interview got my dick hard. I'm not gonna lie. But the only thing that I could say in comedy that I wouldn't get roasted was just like it was Battle of the Airlines. It's like what, and then use the Kamala line like, "Don't let what could be burdened by what has been."
I'll tell you, like a lot of people hate
This
Kamala
doesn't
Harris.
really make any fucking sense.
I
Like,
know,
it's
buddy.
so
But it does when you look at Joe Rogan, who shaves his head, and Trump, who refuses to.
yeah.
I don't
And
know
then
about
you're like,
you
"Oh,
guys,
that's what she's talking about."
but like Kamala Harris, right? Like everybody hates her. I would love her to be in the crowd of my stand-up bits because that woman laughs at everything that isn't funny. You know, like she laughs at that.
Dude,
she
you would-
says something dumb,
You
and
would
then
hear her cackle like it would be me on steroids.
He has like vice principal, like black woman energy where it's like, all right, y'all, I brought the snacks. And it's like, what about, out to lunch passes or like any of the issues? And
No,
she's
that's
like, have a
literally
good one.
3 minutes after the school shooting. You know what I mean?
oh,
It's
like,
just
look,
it's terrible.
I have nothing for the school shootings. I did bring Twizzlers. You're like, what?
Ah, it's black licorice.
Yeah.
Ew.
Ew. Fucking gross.
Yeah, I would take her in my crowd though. Like you gotta admit.
She'd be doing like
That-
church whoops
like,
after
because-
you do like an okay one-liner. She'd
Yeah,
be
it's like the
oh,
one guy
yeah.
in Bill Maher.
If
Like,
you
I
could
put
hook her with
Kamala
the
Harris
first
in my
joke,
crowd any day.
if you could hook her with the first joke, you would literally be like, I don't know if I should kick this lady out or just continue to tell jokes.
You keep her.
You keep her.
That's
She's
where
the
she
actor.
belongs.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
makes the show.
She belongs
She'd be going
in a
fucking
stand-up comedian
Arsenio.
crowd. That's about it though. And I think she's gonna win. Prediction
Well, let's
right
just do
now.
it. Let's just formally invite Kamala Harris to come to one of our stand-up bits.
The
Come
future
to Big
governor
Top.
of California.
Come to Big Top. Come to All Stars.
Come to Saltwater.
She's going to be the future
Charlie
governor of
Foxtrot.
California, guys. I'm just letting you know right now. My prediction right now on this podcast tonight, May 31st, Saturday, 10:04 p.m.
Call it. Call
Kamala
the shot.
Harris, California,
We got
2020,
you.
whatever.
Hopefully, she used all the
out.
proceeds from those celebrities that she got from not winning the election to buy some new knee pads because she's going to
She's
need.
winning California.
Yeah.
You got to give it to her. California's Kamala's. We're going to see how much worse it can get.
California.
I'm all for it.
California.
You heard it here
all
first.
for it.
You heard it here first. Dude.
You know,
California.
like, Kamala, we're endorsing you right now for the governor of California.
Yeah.
All right? We don't want you as president, but
Or is it
please
Calamalifornia?
take over California.
Calamalifornia?
Calamari.
California or Calamalifornia? I think
Calamari.
California rolls off the tongue.
Wait. Kumail Nanjiani Harris form.
Okay.
I'll even say it the right way. Kamala, right? Not Kamala. I mean, I know she doesn't know how to pronounce her name, but the media was telling me it was Kamala.
Do you know how? I'll tell you honestly.
I thought it was Cam Anal. Is that not it? Is it not that?
Please.
I remember it by how the WWE, the big fat Sudanian
was it
wrestler.
Not Cam Anal Hairy Lips? I thought it was that.
I think he was Kamala. That's how I remember her name, and that's how it's pronounced.
She's got it, dude. She's winning. They are turning on Gavin Newsom.
Didn't she used to blow? She used to blow Judge Joe Brown, dude. Didn't she? She used to fuck some judge. That's how she got that DA job in San Francisco.
Willie Brown.
She was the fucking DA in San Francisco. That's wild.
Yeah, she locked up so many 11-year-olds for like a gram of pot.
And then
and then
just,
so
many people that would have voted for her.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
She went on the Breakfast Club and was like, I like to get high and listen. And then she referenced a Snoop Dogg album that was around when she made weed illegal.
Right.
Like,
I've always heard that she was just a major whore, and that's how she made her way
She was just getting dogged out
through the electoral system in California.
Raw dogged by all of Congress.
I hope she wins California. I am in her corner on this. Like, I just want to see what happens.
You don't want to get in their corner.
I'm not going to live there.
In that corner, man.
No, but let her take California.
Well,
that'll be the final nail in the coffin, and then
make sure you call Colton back after this and make sure that he gives you directions to get to Antifa, because that's literally how it's going to happen.
Yeah, I feel bad about tonight. We should have figured out a way to be funnier and not alienate him.
Sorry.
He would have been around for the Kamala jokes.
Yeah, he would have loved that too.
No, he wouldn't. He would have. He would have already hung up 4 more times.
Look, let me say something. I'm like center left, and like Colton is like alt left, and you guys are like on the right or something. And it's
right at all.
What do you think you are?
I'm like right in the middle.
You're right in the middle.
I'm in the middle of everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say I'm alt right, and it's only because I have a son.
Yeah. Okay. So so like we're on all really different spots, and I just try to like get along with everybody in comedy until they like go after me or my group. And I just think like there's a world where we can all agree to disagree. That was another thing that was great about the 90s. We could all just be like,
agree to disagree.
I think this,
and everybody was cool with it. And
yeah,
then it was
all
like,
chill.
Fuck you, Yeah. Well, look, this is my own. This is the only thing, and I will let it go after this. But as soon as Casey asked him to define fascism, and
I knew what it was.
Moves on to a
I'm
different
not,
subject.
I have my opinions.
That's
for
when you
reason.
lose me. Okay.
Yeah.
If you're gonna die on that fucking hill, as far as I'm concerned.
Did you notice I actually had a fucking definition ready? The government controls the economy. They use the military to target minorities. Like, it's a specific program. I hate when liberals use fascism willy-nilly because it's like,
and they use Nazi.
Wait,
they use the word fucking
I lost
Nazi
10 of my family members to Nazis.
And as far as like as Jewish
it's not
people,
something you should throw around.
To hear him call the president a Nazi has to be sort of offensive to
if
like
someone
a regular
Hitler,
Jewish
don't
American.
call them Hitler. That's fucked up. I hate that every movie is comparing.
That's my
every
only
bad
point.
guy to
Right?
Hitler.
I don't want to say anything else. But all I'm going to say is, look, if you're going to come to an argument, bring fucking facts.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. At least the three
bring
of
fucking
us,
facts, dude.
Yeah.
We're
gonna have to cut all of this out.
I got a couple
rules. Have our opinions for.
If you're gonna be mean, be funny.
Can I define fascism?
And always tell the truth. You can't get mad at the truth.
Be
mean. If you're gonna be mean, be funny, and you can't get mad at the truth. I might not have been funny, but I was definitely mean.
All right, let me define fascism. You got to give me a minute. You got to give me a minute.
Go ahead. Let's go. I want to hear. I definitely want to hear what you have to say.
Here's my definition of fascism. Man, I've had way too many beers. All right, so fascism is when the government works with private enterprises to tyrannize the population. So it's like it's not full-blown communism where the government controls all the means of production. It's where the government works with private enterprises to control the means of production.
I think that's right. I'll accept that definition.
Like as Mussolini defined it.
So based on that definition, the government controlling Facebook and YouTube during the Biden administration would fall way upon more of fascism than the Trump administration.
Or
like I understand he's using private enterprises, but he's using them to
taking my sound down every video. That's kind of fascism too. You're attacking free speech. So it's interesting, like, you can be fascist and be something else. It's not always one thing.
Right.
Like, China is pretty fascist. There's a lot of places that are pretty fascist.
Communist.
Yeah.
Like, so they're more fascist.
That was my whole point, was trying to prove that. Was just like, look, man, this is what a real fascist country looks like.
Right. We're not a fascist country right now.
We might be.
People in China aren't allowed to do what we're doing right now.
At fascism. Yeah.
No.
Trump might even have endorsed fascists, but we are still not a fascist country, and there is a distinction, and it is important to get that distinction correctly. We're Jews. I lost 10 family members in the Holocaust, so like, don't go calling people Hitler willy-nilly. It trivializes what my people have been through.
Everybody being Hitler.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
If everybody's Hitler, no one is Hitler. Okay?
Right.
And then it didn't even happen.
It's a new N-word, but no one's afraid to use it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is. It's white people's N-word, and it's like, no, you can't just okay Hitler people.
Right.
Fuck
right,
you.
right. You got to be very clear.
I'll fucking say when someone's being like Hitler. You don't worry about it, white Karen. That's not your issue.
And a lot of white Karens are being quite Hitlerian. You know, like, I will say, like,
dude,
I don't have
the word Hitlerian is so funny.
That is wild. I like that.
Hitlerian.
The pro-Palestine people,
I
will say, find it very, very easy.
I gotta mark that spot.
Support a cause and just like hate. Like, look, I can even understand being against Israel, but like Jewish Americans, when you get to the point where you're chanting "Free, free Palestine" and you're gunning down
our people, and you're shooting us in synagogues, when there have been 3 attacks on places of Jews in the last 4 years.
Yeah,
no,
that's pretty bad.
Fuck the liberals. Fuck Black Hebrews. Fuck extremist Muslims for attacking Jews.
I love it when
the alt-right for attacking
Jews
Jews. Also, I'm going to call out anybody that's going after me on any side of the political spectrum.
I'm not down with like just hating people for being away they were born. How about we just do that?
Yeah,
that seems pretty.
But it is wild to hear like all of the alphabet army all be pro-Palestine, and
that is crazy.
That's crazy. You saw me blow up at Colton the other day about that, where I was like, "I'm sorry,
you guys
you're a white guy who has no fucking
CNN. I mean,
idea
it's on
what's going
CNN
on."
too. Okay?
Yeah,
it's no excuse for you guys not to know this, you fucking libtards.
Yeah. Right. Oh yeah, he can look at AP News, which is what actually happens, and where every news site should get their news from. That's literally who they purchase news from.
All you have to do is
look
you
at
don't have to get it from one source.
Then you will
Just
see
check 3
Hamas
different
is still
sources.
attacking Israel every day, and they still have hostages. And so it's like, if you're pro-Hamas, you're pro-fascism, you're pro-terrorism. Like, I don't, if you're anti-Israel, you are
pro-Taco Bell.
Yeah, they're or the
Sorry,
that's
that was
bad
a cheap
too,
shot.
as a vegan. That he's doing that.
What's that, cocaine?
Yeah, it's not very vegan.
Not very vegan.
We're gonna have to cut all this.
I'll chop it up. Nice.
Chop it up into the usable shorts.
With the new computer and setup now, it's way easier to edit.
Casey's just drinking away.
I'm drinking away, dude. Drank a lot.
He's debating whether or not to have one more.
Well, there's no more. There's like a bottle of Prosecco, and that's all that's left.
Oh, we're not doing that
now. Because I'll drink the whole damn thing.
Oh, man. I have probably 5 Yingling bottles in the wine fridge right now.
How would a Chinese person
I'll never
say
get to tonight.
Ring, ring.
Ring, ring.
Ring.
Oh, I have a ring, ring.
It's like, it's got to be their favorite American beer, dude.
Oh, they love it.
They get some Ying and they go get some Ring, dude.
A Ying Ring Raga?
I wonder
if
the Chinese
get
even know
fucked up on your Ring and then have your wife put on some Ramen.
Oh, very nice. Ramen, I love it.
Very sexy, very sexy.
Oh, it's so sexy to me.
Their R's are L's and their L's are R's, right?
I think it's just one of those. It's not both.
It probably is.
Colton gets so mad at me. He's like,
which
it's
is
not
why
both. I'm like, I know they don't really sound like that. It's a bit.
How do you say Silk Road?
Oh, the Shirk Load. Shirk Load.
You know what I find funny is that, like, and this is just in my mind, it's probably not in everybody's, but in my mind, the Silk Road is associated with Dread Pirate Roberts. It's what I think of when I think of Silk Road. You know who that is? Dread Pirate Roberts?
Oh, no.
All right, so he's the founder of the Silk Road website that's, like, on the dark web.
Oh, I used to get acid from the Silk Road.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's the first one that decided, hey, we should sell drugs online on the Onion Router.
Yeah, we should.
And like that's he's who made it big.
Good.
Like if Trump's supporting anybody, it should be Dread Pirate Roberts.
That's right.
That's a pioneer.
That's our guy.
An American patriot.
That's our patriot.
And he
salute to him.
No,
okay.
No, I'm pretty sure it's still running, right? It's like Pirate Bay.
Silk Road's done. He's in jail.
I think it just. But I'm saying like there's just new versions of it that keep popping up.
There are new versions of it. Yeah.
Just like Pirate Bay, but.
Yeah.
What do you think about the conspiracy theory about the Chinese mining helium-3 on the moon to fund the new Silk Road initiative? Because they're going to have to build a tunnel underneath like Sri Lanka and somewhere else. It's like a whole wow. Like this is going to take trillions of dollars, and then they just all of a sudden found like 66 grams of this one substance that is worth like $1.25 quadrillion dollars. It's like almost the same amount of money. It's only 0.25 off.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
It just seems crazy to me. And that, like, why don't we know what they're doing on the moon?
Yeah.
Because they're not on
Am I the only... That doesn't concern you guys? That we don't know what the fuck the Chinese dudes are doing on the moon right now, dude?
With like
that doesn't worry you guys?
Suicide nets.
Yeah. Next to, like, drag queens reading to my son at the library. Number 2 is what the fuck the Chinese people are doing on the moon, dude.
Yeah. They're not on the moon. We know they're not on the moon.
What?
Like, look, I'm going full on. Look, we can't get off.
Oh, they got to you, dude. They got to him.
Okay.
No, they not.
Here's the thing. They didn't get to the moon, but also Chinese rockets.
They got to Casey.
They would have made like a firework type rocket. It would have exploded in the air into a dragon. Let's not pretend they're going to the moon. Look, if you were like, we made a dragon firework rocket, I'd be like, sure.
They have rovers on the moon mining helium-3 right now, dude. Right now, dude.
Flip that.
What's that? They have right now?
They have fucking rovers on the moon harvesting H3 right now, dude.
Let Lova, come right on over.
I'm fine with you believing that. I can't believe that.
Come on.
Skibbity toilet.
Can I play one more video then?
The Rizzler. He muted him in his pants.
Fine.
Mute on my casket.
This one's gonna do it for you, dude.
Okay, that's what you think.
I don't think the Chinese are on the moon. I don't think we've been to the moon. I think.
How many porno videos or porn actresses did we download for the last episode? I just had to scroll through 20 of them.
Hell yeah.
We have not been to the moon. China's definitely not
been to the moon. America has been to the moon.
I need a 20-minute bathroom break.
Demonetized into factual asterisks on our videos.
All right. Tell me this doesn't scare...
China may have just discovered the solution for nearly unlimited energy on the moon. What they found were deposits of helium-3. It's been long theorized that an abundance of this known substance existed on the moon, and China's Chang'e-5 moon rover found a small deposit in a lunar regolith. This is an ideal fuel source for nuclear fusion, which could potentially solve the world's energy problems. You need about 66 grams of helium-3 to produce enough energy for all of New York City for an entire day, and 25 tons to power all of the United States for an entire year. Nuclear fusion is still a ways off, but if we find an abundance of helium-3, that will get us at least one step closer.
We legitimately don't know what China is doing on the other side of the moon.
No, we don't. Unless we have... If China can cool their quantum computers with helium-3 before...
China may have just discovered a mineral on the moon that unlocks unlimited energy, and what they found could be worth upwards of $1.5 quadrillion. So let's dive into exactly what China's moon expedition actually found and whether or not they've solved the world's energy crisis. So China's Chang'e-5 moonlander has returned a moon sample back to Earth. What they found within that sample was a brand new mineral that we haven't discovered before. China has named the new mineral Chang'e-site. It's a translucent crystal that's now the 6th unique mineral found on the moon that hasn't been found yet on Earth. Now China did not find an abundance of Chang'e-site within the sample. They only found a single particle of the colorless mineral, kind of similar to how a diamond looks, but it's only 10 microns across. But even though Chang'e-site is now classified as one of the rarest minerals to have ever been found, that's not what China found that's worth $1.5 quadrillion.
Chang'e-site, dude?
That's great, but...
That's like the best troll I've ever heard, that they have Chang'e-site. Like, I'm actually proud of them.
even better than them going.
That was a good one.
I didn't think Chinese people were funny until now. That's one of the greatest bits I've ever heard. Changasite.
It's pretty good.
Bravo. I'm Chinese after this. That's awesome. Like, their sense of humor is the best.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I tried to play that one earlier, but the Changasite, so funny.
Yeah, no, they don't got Changasite.
Changasite is so good. We gotta have that.
Chinese lives matter.
Oh yeah, so we're Casey's starting up a spot at Charlie Foxtrot, June 27th.
Yeah, June 27th.
And I threw out an idea called. He was saying
Where's
all laughs matter, and I was saying he should call it Black Laughs Matter.
Well, we only got like 2 black guys, so
yeah,
you know, the rest of the comedians are going to be, whites or Jews.
The real black people. I'm taking that from them.
What are we doing?
I wanted
tomorrow?
to talk about this. There's Hebrew Israelites who are pretending to be black. I'm a Jewish guy pretending to be a black. There's blacks pretending to be Jews. So I'm a Jew pretending to be a black guy. Yes, I am a black man, and I'm the original black man. So boom, take that. Shout out to Rachel Dolezal.
He's like, everything is aggressive.
They should have given her just one for
Every
the
sentence ends with an aggressive brother.
Rachel Dolezal.
brother cousin.
You know, if there wasn't black privilege, there'd be no Rachel Dolezal. That's all I'm saying.
Play a sister.
Like, you don't see black people trying to be white.
Yeah, that's true.
I was supposed to be on a podcast that got dissolved before we ever started, and it was called Two Jews and a White Guy.
Oh, nice.
And it was me and 2 black dudes that were black Israelites. But they were fun, though.
That's really upsetting. I'm gonna have them killed by Mossad.
I didn't. I didn't end up doing it.
Look, they're gonna die in motorcycle accidents in the next week, so don't worry about it.
That's wild. You tapped into the Clintons like that, dude?
No, dude, Mossad, bro. I got them on speed dial.
Yeah, let's call him up right now.
Yeah, dude.
The Mossad does love to assassinate people by vehicle, though. That is like their MO. They're so good at it.
What, vehicle accidents?
Oh, yeah. We put a magnet bomb on your fucking...
Yeah, you guys are...
Fisker scooter.
You guys are like...
And we're like, yeah, the electric engine exploded.
You coming down on the 27th? It's in Port Charlotte.
Yeah, I'll come down, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good, very good.
Oh, tell him about
very
the thing
good.
that you're thinking of. The spot.
We were supposed to do a spot tomorrow. You talking about the one tomorrow?
Yeah, you said you needed comics, right?
Yeah. I need 2 other comedians to roll with Jacob and I, and it's a spot in your area.
It's in my area.
Yeah, like Naples or something.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say it yet, but it's gonna be a new spot that we're gonna open up. We're gonna do showcases and open mics there, but it's down there near you.
Well, you gotta tell me where it is if you want me to come.
Off air.
Okay, off air. You tell me where it is.
We're keeping it on the
I gotta know where it is to show up. You know.
True. Me too.
Well, I could tell you right now that I wouldn't be able to. You can't put the podcast out for 3 weeks.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. You can call me after this is over.
Just joking. Yeah,
or
no.
Jake can just tell me because it seems like he knows.
Jacob knows.
You guys seem like Jews.
But
got all of it.
But yeah, real funny lady. I saw her at the Vistani's contest. Saw her at McCurdy's contest.
Elena?
He's real cool.
Is it Elena? Oh, is it the other chick?
Yeah, it's
funny lady. He's
one from Philadelphia.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
You know who you are. She says she watches the show. So if you watch the show, you know who you are. Text me and say, I know who I am. Okay.
I know who you are, and you're awesome. You were really nice
she is cool, though.
Curdy's contest. Abigail, right?
Nope.
Bleep that. It's not Abigail. It's not Elena or Abigail.
You're not bleeping at all.
Okay. I thought it was one of those comics. They're both cool though. Shout out to them.
It definitely wasn't Abigail. Abigail was at she was at Vistani's too. Abigail actually didn't perform the night that this chick performed when I was at McCurdy's.
Oh, interesting.
I think she was there supporting her. So
Vistani's,
you know who she is, man.
Vistani's had that contest.
You know what's funny is he's probably right. Her name probably is Elena, and I'm probably wrong.
Yeah. I'm awesome. I'm so tapped in.
Just joking. Maybe I'm just being ambiguous.
Should we do some plugs and then wrap?
Yeah, for sure, man. What do we got? It's Saturday night right now, so this will be probably Sunday, tomorrow night when it comes out.
Okay. Pull up to Saltwater, Anna Maria Island, Brandenburg Comedy. We'll be there at sunset. And Monday, pull up to Big Top Brewery. Also, Juneteenth, I have my next definite comedy gig. My next, my paid comedy shit. It's my 8th one. My first one at a comedy club. Shout out Clearwater Comedy Club on Juneteenth. Pull up, guys. John DeGray will be headlining. I'll be doing 10 minutes. And Casey, do some plugs.
Okay, All Stars every Tuesday starting at 6 p.m. Come out and see us.
Make it down there one of these weeks.
All Stars in Port Charlotte. Used to be Boomers. There's no shootings out there anymore. Funny enough, it used to be called Boomers, but there's still a lot of Boomers in the audience. There's a crowd. Come down there. June 27th, Charlie Foxtrot, new location.
Still is.
Open mic. It's a military bar, so you're gonna get a lot of military people. Starts at 7:30. Yeah, a lot of military people. So know your acronyms before you get in there. Yes. Charlie Foxtrot is CF.
Alpha Bravo.
Yeah, know your phonetic alphabet.
Tango.
All right.
N-word.
Everybody's welcome.
Do I have to know truck driver lingo also, or is it just military?
Truck stop whore.
Okay. Truck driver lingo does help you with
tries to fuck
a possible prostitute that you can kill and bring across state lines.
So everybody's welcome to the stand-up comedian. Come on down.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, on June 9th, on Juneteenth, I do have. I'm at McCurdy's on Juneteenth. That'll be great.
I had to cancel that one. I wish I could make it to that.
And like he said, every Monday night, Big Top Brewery. Yeah. It's Lakewood Ranch, right off Manatee Avenue, and
I'll be at Side Splitters. I'll be at Side Splitters fucking June 15th. The extra good one.
I should have checked my email before I got on right here.
Yeah.
Would have known when my next one was.
You gotta come with me to Side Splitters sometime. It's great. It's the best.
Anyways,
we got 2 comedy clubs up in
I appreciate you guys.
Likewise, bro.
You too, man.
I'll see you guys in a day or two.
Yeah,
all
man.
right. Have a good
evening,
evening.
brother.
You too, buddy.
Later, Levi.
Love you.
Salud.